Welcome to Coming to New England. My name is Elizabeth Spencer, and my guest today is my grandfather. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
So what is your full name?
Walter Spencer.
And when and where were you born?
I was born in Hudson, Massachusetts.
What year were you born in?
Oh, all right, that's a long time ago. 39.
So what was your favorite thing to do for fun?
I don't know. I kind of worked a lot when I was young. I worked on a farm, a dairy farm. Yeah, I did that for a while. We had to feed the cows, and they had to milk the cows, and you had to clean up after the cows, and it was a lot of work, but I enjoyed it. Driving the tractors and stuff.
So can you tell me what you know about your parents?
I don't know too much. My father died when I was 2, and my mother died when I was 3, so I never really got to know them.
What can you tell me about your grandmother?
My grandmother took care of us, and like I say, she took care of 5 of us, and it was hard. It was a tough life.
What was she like?
Oh, she was happy, but she worked hard. That's trying to take care of us.
So what was your house like? How many rooms?
No, we only had well, it was basically it was probably 3 rooms, and that was and our bathroom was 100 yards out behind the house, and that's where we had to go.
So it was like an outhouse?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay. So did you have any electricity
Yeah, we had electricity,
and telephones?
and we had a telephone. It was a party line. You picked up the phone, and somebody else might be already on it. So if it was an emergency or something, you'd have to ask them to relinquish the phone. Otherwise you couldn't talk.
So what was your earliest childhood memory?
I guess when I was little, I was probably I don't know, 4 or 5 years old. We had a dog, and that was way back.
What was the dog's name?
Rough.
So besides Ruff, did you have any other pets?
Well, we had cats back then, and I can't remember what their names were.
You have a cat right now.
I have a cat right now. Yeah, you got, as you know, you had to find him.
Yeah.
He got lost. He got out of the house, indoor cat, and we missed him for almost 3 days. And then you came up, and you and your mother found him.
Mhm. How's he doing?
Good. He's doing great.
Okay. So how is the world different? How's the world today different from when it was like when you were a child?
Oh, it's a lot faster now. Everybody's in a hurry. But that's it.
So what world events had the most impact on you while you were growing up? Did any of them personally affect your family?
No, not really. Not really. We just live day to day.
What about World War II? About like the trucks that would drive by your house?
Yeah, well, we had. That's what made me go into the army. Is we had an ammunition dump down past our house, a couple of miles down the road, and the army trucks back in World War II in Korea, they used to go by the house all the time, and that's what kind of made me join the military.
So when you joined the military, was it difficult leaving home at first?
I get used to it pretty quick when I got in. You find friends in there. I was a E4 specialist and I worked on heavy equipment. I was stationed at Fort Richardson, Alaska. Well, we could go to Anchorage at night, and But there was nothing to do down there. It was real quiet back then. Wasn't too many people there. Now it's getting crowded.
And you went back a few years ago with Uncle
Yes.
David.
Yes, and that was a big change. But that was like 50 years from when I was there. So it was a real big change. Everything was getting modern. When I was up there, there were a lot of little shacks that they were living in. And like I say, now it's come way up.
Okay. So after leaving the Army, what did you do?
Work.
What kind of work?
I drove truck in the sand and gravel pit with the ready-mix concrete.
What made you want to drive trucks?
I just enjoyed it. You had to do something to pay the bills, so that's what I did.
Like, were they really big trucks?
Yeah, they're good size. They grossed over 60,000 pounds, so it's good size.
Do you have like any stories from driving the trucks?
Not really, except I ran over a car one time. When we came, it was their fault. I come to an intersection, and I was taking a right turn, and we had to swing wide to make a right turn, and a car came up on my side, and there was lines there that she wasn't supposed to drive there because there was a turning lane, and I went up over the front of the Jeep and down the other side, kind of squashed it a little bit.
Was she okay though?
Yeah, she was all right. Yeah, she was a school teacher.
What is your full name of your spouse?
My spouse's name,
Yeah, your wife.
Jean Carroll Spencer. Oh God, that was right after I got out of the military. We used to hang out back down the lake where I was born, and they had a little store called Breeze Inn, and we used to hang out up there. And she just lived down the street. She was from Boston, but they had a camp there during the summer, and so I get to meet her up there.
Okay. So what memory stands out the most from your wedding day?
But my who?
On your wedding day?
Oh, I couldn't walk too good. I had sprained my ankle a couple of days before, so I was kind of hobbling around. Couldn't put a shoe on, and that's what happened.
What did you end up wearing?
Just a slipper.
Was Nana happy about that?
It was all right.
But was she happy about that?
Yeah, she got over it.
So what's the key to a successful marriage?
Oh God. Keeping your mouth shut, I guess.
Really?
Yeah, well, it helps.
Just do what
You argue back and forth, but you get over it.
So how would you define the American dream?
Who?
How would you define the American dream?
I don't know what you're saying.
How would you define the American dream?
American Dream? I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Just say what comes to mind.
Well, American Dream, boy, I don't know. I that's too much.
You want to like expand on that?
Huh?
Do you want to expand on that?
No, not really.
Can you?
Oh, God. I told you this wasn't going to be easy.
I know.
I don't know. The American Dream is, I guess, is owning your own home and having your children and grandchildren. That's it.
Okay. So it has been my pleasure to interview you today. Thank you again for being here. This is Elizabeth Spencer, and you've been watching Coming to New England.